Hello and welcome back to the 20th Century Dude channel. So I would assume that by this point we've all heard about the controversies of these rather atrocious AI data centers that are being placed around the country. And I would be lying if I was saying that these aren't community killers, but these are. These will decimate your communities for absolutely no reason at all. So for a little backstory, what are these AI data centers? Based on what I can gather, they are serving two purposes. One, these are supposed to be powering these AI modules, these AI generators, AI machines, etc., for making prompts, among other things. But it also is basically a giant vessel for storing all our data. So let's say 3 years ago, I was looking up rates for how much it would cost for tickets to go to a nearby zoo. It would store your search data. It has the data on what apps you download from the App Store, among other things. But it stores basically all your data. And in this day and age, data is actually probably worth more than what gold is at this point, which is really shocking, but actually kind of sad at the same time. But before I get into the meat of this video, I just want you to take a look around me, right? Look at all these nice green trees, the beautiful blue sky around me. What a fantastic day this is. What a fantastic environment I'm around. I'm actually on Penn State University campus right now for a job. I'm in a bit of a break recording this video, but just look at how nice it is around me. And you see all this wonderful nature here. When an AI data center gets put into place, that's eradicated. The beautiful environment around us is just gone. But there's really a whole lot of reasons why AI data centers really just aren't necessary, for one, but why they're just sort of atrocious. And the point I want to highlight in this video is that they're community killers. If you live in a county like I do, I live in Mifflin County, and they're actually unfortunately planning on putting in a data center in at the moment, and of course just about everybody I can think of is petitioning to stop our state senators and local county commissioners from putting this into place. But all of us are pretty united in stopping AI data centers from being built around or near Mifflin County. For one, it's just non-stop noise. I'm going to play you a clip in a minute of what a data center actually sounds like, and this isn't for like a couple minutes at a time, several times a day. This is 24/7, 24 hours a day, non-stop. So imagine if you go outside and you want to quietly take advantage of nature, and this is what you hear. Of course, if you're in my case and you go outside and you want to record a little video like I am doing now, imagine if that's what you're hearing non-stop. That's going to be pretty annoying in the editing room later when you try to do the video, I'm not going to lie. But residents who are stuck near these data centers, that's what they have to hear 24/7. Honestly, especially for, Christian men like me, if we want some quiet time or a quiet space to pray in, there's no way we can exactly tune out that noise. That's not going to happen. And it's sort of like the scenes from My Cousin Vinny when he has that super loud train in the factory just waking him up super early in the morning because they're being loud and obnoxious. It's kind of like that, but all the time. So I don't know what the heck is up with the noise factor and why they haven't figured out a way to at least quiet these stupid things down. But that's still an issue. And honestly, anybody who gets stuck living near an AI data center, I understand your pain. Just listening to a 10-second clip of it on YouTube or Facebook, that is already kind of annoying, and I don't even have to live near one to figure that out. Another problem with these AI data centers is the fact that they just completely drain an entire town's water supply. I'm sure we remember some TV shows from the days of old. Actually, an episode of Knight Rider comes into mind, where there are water rights and water issues, where there are the big rich guys trying to take advantage of the little townspeople by controlling the water supply, or in the case of these AI data centers, they're actually depleting the water supply. There are approximately, some reports say there are 50,000 gallons of water per day drowned from local reservoirs, rivers, other bodies of water to be fueled into these AI data centers. Honestly, I don't know why these things require this much water. I'm sure somebody, an insider, probably has a scientific or mechanical explanation for why they need to drain this much water, but I just find it to be rather excessive and unnecessary. But that's really, again, hurting the local community around us. So we kind of do need all that water. We do need it to bathe and shower. We need it for drinking. We need it for cooking. And of course, we need it for so many other things, right? We kind of need all that water. So when you forcibly take most of our water, there's no way we can sustainably live in any kind of town when our water supply is just gone. It's a bit ridiculous. And again, why would anybody want this? And the third point I want to highlight about these AI data centers is just the size of these facilities. These facilities are extremely huge, and honestly for no reason at all. Like, I understand that there are millions and millions and millions of people's data that needs stored. I don't know why they need to store it in a big facility like that, but what do I know? I understand that that probably requires a lot of computing and storage. But let's take a little tiny hard drive for the matter, right? I have several terabytes worth of footage or files that I can plug onto these tiny little cartridges pretty much, and they don't need to take up a lot of space. Yet for whatever reason, we have to have these giant facilities made to store all this data, and I'm sure they probably could have done that, being that it is 2026 now, in a more compact manner. I'm not sure why they felt the need to have to do it this way, but again, what do I know? I'm just a guy relaying the message to you all, complaining why I think these things are just freaking ridiculous. And I think the last point I want to argue as well is that these things are just plain unnecessary, right? Nobody asked for them. And I mean literally nobody asked for these AI data centers to be popping up. This is just some harebrained billion-dollar corporation or billionaires' idea to invest, or I would rather say waste their money in these things. And honestly, I don't know what benefit this brings all these billionaires who are investing in these AI data centers. You're honestly only making enemies by doing this, because literally everybody is against you now for building these facilities. Like, it's a pretty bipartisan issue now. Like, you actually have Republicans and Democrats voting against this thing. You've got AI enthusiasts and even non-AI enthusiasts teaming up and saying these facilities are wrong. You have, Christians and non-Christians who are basically saying these are wrong. All these groups of people, whether you're for AI or against AI, saying this is wrong. Republican, Democrat, right and left wing, saying these are wrong. We need to, at the very least, restrict these things to death. I forget what state it's in. I think it might be Florida, if I remember correctly. That's actually introducing some pretty restrictive measures as far as what these AI data centers can do. Again, that's probably highlighting on the point how much they drain the water supply, they drain everybody's electricity, so now everybody has to pay for more money for electricity in their bills, and trust me, we pay enough these days, not just for electricity, but for pretty much everything else. We don't need an AI data center to increase our electricity on top of that. So I'm glad there are at least attempts being made to restrict these AI data centers. I don't know if it's going to work out pretty much at all. I have a feeling these billionaire investors are basically going to let the money talk and not let the townspeople talk for them. But honestly, these things are just big and they're unnecessary. Like, we don't need these. It's pretty unnecessary. And even if you did build one of these AI data centers, you could build one that doesn't impact negatively everybody around you. And I'm telling you, these will chase away most of your townsfolk. I mean, sure, you can come in with the argument where, oh, with these AI data centers, you have 10 to 20 jobs now you can open up in this area. Well, that's great, except the problem is if almost all of your community is gone now because they left because of these stupid AI data centers, what good are all these jobs going to be if no one lives there, if no one's around? It makes no absolute sense. Again, it's rather kind of stupid to put one of these things up. And from what I've also been reading as a little tidbit of trivia, apparently these things are poorly ran and poorly maintained. Not just from a corporate perspective, but apparently from a facility perspective. Apparently these AI data centers have been known to catch on fire pretty easily. They're just very poorly maintained. And again, it adds to the question, why do we need these again? Because we literally don't. So I typically know when it comes to my honest thoughts about things, I want to try to at least find a benefit when it comes to whatever topic I'm talking about. In this case, it's AI data centers, but I have nothing good to talk about here. There's no positive off the top of my head that I could possibly think of that an AI data center could add to your life, add to your family, your community, your town, your state, whatever. Because I just think, again, they're completely and utterly unnecessary. Nobody asked for them. There are hundreds of thousands of people right now protesting and signing petitions against these things being built. And honestly, I know if it's going to happen where an AI data center is being put in my county, half the people are going to leave. Maybe even more than that. I would not be surprised if more than half the inhabitants of MIFCO just up and leave. I would not be surprised. Because, I mean, they have to deal with the noise, but they have to deal with increased bills, and then they don't have water. They don't have water, which is kind of necessary to live, last I checked. But it's also going to hurt, small businesses, other small businesses in a similar form. Because, they got to pay bills too. But when some of the townspeople are gone, nobody's there to go to your store, go to your restaurant, support your business, whatever it may be, because of these dumb data centers. Just really ridiculous, if you ask me. But anyway, that's all I have for today. That's my honest thoughts about these AI data centers. And honestly, I really, 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 really hope enough effort is going to be made to chase these things away, to prevent more of these facilities from being constructed. If we can, go and petition to have these things, at the very least, very, very, very restricted, that would be perfect. So please spread the word about these AI data facilities because they hurt us, they hurt our communities, and it's just not even remotely a necessity. But that's all I have for today. So thank you for tuning in to the 20th Century Dude channel. Hope to catch you on the fly. See you. God bless you all.